In July 2010, we introduced Let the Saving Begin to Canadians across the country. And it's because of you and your efforts that the program has been a resounding success and a great representation of our 3-year strategy and action at work. How? With practical advice and solutions. With Principle 1, Save Automatically because it works, you helped show Canadians that saving an extra $1,500 a year was easy. During Principle 2, Invest for your future because no one else will, you help demonstrate that saving for the long term can be relevant, even bite-sized, with a manageable 5-year plan. And in Principle 3, Borrow to Get Ahead, you showed Canadians that with the right advice, they could be smarter about borrowing and become mortgage-free faster. As a complement to Let the Saving Begin program and all of your efforts, we asked Valerie Pringle to act as our saving ambassador to help start a saving movement with Canadians. To do this, Valerie traveled across the country and engaged Canadians in unique conversations where we heard firsthand about their successes and challenges concerning their financial health. Here is a snapshot of what she heard.
We began our journey on Canada's beautiful East Coast, where they've certainly seen their share of tough economic times. Since Canadians had identified savings as a key concern, we started the conversation by asking 2 basic questions. Why is saving money so hard for so many people? And are there any simple strategies that have helped you kickstart your own savings plan?
I think probably like everybody else here, it's just tough to find some money to put away, and then where do you put it?
When we had 2 incomes, we lived as if we had 1. So when my husband and I were both working, one of our incomes was for savings and for paying off debt. So because we were doing that, when he went back to school, we were used to paying all of our bills on 1 income.
In Ontario, it became clear from our discussions how much emotions are tied to money. This was reinforced by examples of how major life events prompted people to start making significant changes to their saving, investing, and borrowing habits.
We didn't have kids. We didn't worry about anything really except ourselves. And then kids come, and then, you know, I'm worried about them. Am I going to be able to provide for them? Am I going to be able to provide for them and be able to have a proper retirement so that I can live a decent life afterwards?
In Saskatoon, we were joined by Scotiabank's Rory Gulka, who told us about a meeting he had with the spouse of a client who had just died. And she wanted to find out how much money was left in their bank account.
And she said, "Do you mean to tell me I have over $1 million in your bank?" I said, "Yes, I mean to tell you, you have over $1 million in our bank." And I watched as her face kind of cast downward for a minute, and she said, "I've been boiling water on the stove for 6 months because the tea kettle went. I didn't think we could afford a new kettle."
Retirement and planning for the future can be overwhelming. So as the Let the Saving Begin tour arrived on the West Coast, we were eager to hear from people who were already there.
I would say the last 10 to 15 years, it really started to hit home that I was going to have to do something. You know, I've seen too many people not do it, and I don't want to be a poor old lady living on her own in some little apartment somewhere, you know.
Everything, it seems, is changing, including our notion of what constitutes retirement. With life expectancies increasing, we need our savings and investing plans to continue to work for us throughout retirement. While everyone obviously has their own unique financial circumstances, a common thread to our discussions clearly emerged, which was we would have done better if we'd been taught how to save and invest earlier on.
My grandchildren, I have to say, all of them, that's what I did with them. I always took them to the bank with money and had them open a bank account and sent them money. I think you have to start at an early age to save. Don't look at saving as some kind of disaster or disease. This is what you need.
When it comes to financial matters, most of us are short-term thinkers with the daily demands of work, school, and family. And yet, all of us have important long-term financial goals and dreams, like retirement or just getting out of and staying out of debt. As the author Neil Ferguson wrote, "You may not be interested in finance, but finance is interested in you." And I think we understand the importance of this now, and we need to keep the conversation going.
During the tour, Valerie was able to reaffirm much of what we already knew about Canadians and their feelings towards their financial health. But more importantly, the program helped break the inertia around saving and actively engage Canadians with conversations that inspire them to save more, invest more, and borrow smarter. As we enter our next phase of Let the Saving Begin, we will be addressing some of the key conclusions from Valerie's tour. For starters, we need to keep the conversation going. Canadians are open to talking about their financial health. Engage them and inspire them to come into the branch, go on Facebook, or even talk to friends and family about their successes and challenges regarding their financial health. Help educate our clients. Inform them about our in-branch seminars and our online resources to help them build plans to save, invest, and borrow. Finally, stay tuned this summer for the launch of 2 new innovative and game-changing products that will make it even easier for our customers to save. We're on the verge of yet another exciting time here at Scotiabank. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing the continued success the next phase will bring to you, to Scotiabank, and to every Canadian nationwide.